45. 46.4 remaining, actually. And we got a whistle and a foul. Stoppage of play. Foul on Henninger, number 23. It's going to be Rams basketball. So Rams ball. Rams ball here. 46.4 seconds. 20-6 the score. Back up court. And did she step out of the line? I think they said she stepped out of the bounds line. And they're going to give the ball and turn it over back to Clayton. So it's going to be Clayton's basketball here. As Eves will put it in bounds to Washington. Washington throws it to Howard. Still out of nowhere came Harrison. Ball goes into the crowd. Last touch by Harrison, so it'll be remaining as Comets ball. Under 35 seconds now remaining in the first period. Howard sets it up to Washington, looking under now to Best. Best goes back to Washington again. Washington under pressure, looking throw into Howard. Howard is there. Howard, two-lady pressure, lost the ball, gathered it back in, sets up, now goes to Best. Best back to Howard. 20 seconds remaining in the first. Back now to Best. Best out of the basket, going in, going for two. Lost the ball, turns it over. They're going to say it's last touch by Clayton. Give it to Cleveland. So Cleveland's ball, 16.9 seconds remaining in the first. Harrison, Awata. Now throw in the mix, Hamlin and Ellenberger. They'll go for three. No good. Shot made. Attempt made by Farmer. And 6 seconds remaining. They put a basket in finally. 20-8. There is the whistle. There is the first. Comets are up by 12. 20-8. Clayton doing what they need to do on the road. Oh, they've been on the road for the last couple of games. Their next homestand will be Friday night against East Wake Warriors, another game in the Greater News 3A Conference, and we will have it for you beginning at 6:15 Eastern with yours truly, Wesley Outland and Daniel Moore on CRN. First half is remaining with one more period, second period action coming up. 20-8, Clayton out in front over the Cleveland Rams. This is CRN, the Community Radio Network.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team.
And being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son,
daughter, coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship.
Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.
Second period action back underway here from Cleveland High School on Community Radio Network, and Clayton right there where they left off. Ariana Howard going in for two, 22-18, 16-point lead now for the Comets, led by now the great work insurgents by Howard and Washington. Quick defense work also by Eves and Best, and we're back at it again now with Harrison of Cleveland with the ball under pressure. Get it to Awata. Awata turns it over now to Farmer. Whistle and a foul. Stoppage of play. And they're going to, or out of bounds, they're going to give the ball back to Cleveland. Last touch by Clayton. Clayton ball 7-10 now remaining in the first half of play. Farmer sets up. Looks now for number 20, Harrison. Harrison going for three. Up and over the basket. No good. Turnover. Give it back to Clayton. Up court goes Henninger. Henninger looks at Eves. Eves goes for two. Over the rim, and it's no good. Simply several times tonight, they're going in for them layup shots, and the ball just wants to play hot potato and not go in the basket. 22-8, the score, 6:55 here in the second, first period action. About to wrap up here. Clayton still out in front. A great room on the road here against Cleveland Rams. Shot going up here, and it is going to be at Best fighting for the ball, and coming out of it now is going to be Megan Hellenberger fighting out of the dog pile. Turns it back over. Give it back to Cleveland. Shot made by Farmer. Bouncing off the rim. It's no good. Give it back now to Clayton again. Best throws it to Hedinger. Hedinger to Washington. Back to Hedinger again. Now back inside to Best. Beck now back to Washington. Now back to Eves. Eves now turns it over. She's going to throw it away. Turn it over now to Farmer on Cleveland. Cleveland will get the ball. They'll bring it back up court. And shot going in. Will it count for Farmer? No, it will not. And no basket there for Farmer. Number 2 for Cleveland. They'll turn it back into Clayton's ball. And Washington looking now for Hedinger. Hedinger went up for a shot. And it's up and no good. But still stoppage of play. And there is a jump ball called. Jump ball, last touch, and it will be Cleveland's ball, jump ball, Cleveland Rams ball. Clayton will get possession next time around. .535, 24-8. Clayton still out in front. This game continues. .520, and we have a timeout on the court here. 24-8. The score, same. .520 in the first half. Timeout over for Clayton and the Rams. Clayton will bring it back inbounds. Number 12, Julie Clement is now in the game for Clayton. Peyton Sharp sets it up now, giving it back to Eves. Number 30, correction to the game, Ansley Stewart. That's the freshman player. That's that freshman player that has been bounced back from freshman to or from JV to varsity, and they put her back at the varsity level now. Marlon Lee says he expects good things out of that player. Julie Clement back in bounds, going to put the ball back in play for Clayton. Clement sets it up, gives it now to Sharp. Sharp, again, coming back from injury back in November and December, looking strong. Still has that brace on her right leg, though. Setting up to Howard. Howard goes under the basket, sets it up now, give it to Sharp. They go to the ground, and Stewart's there. They're fighting for the ball. Yeah, they're going to call jump ball. One ref calls jump ball. Another ref calls foul. And they're going to call it a jump ball on the Rams. Give the ball back to Cleveland. 4:50 remaining here in the first half of play. 24-8 the score. Back in bounds now, Cleveland. Harrison setting up now to number 21 of Waller. Waller's there. Also in the mix is Awata. Nainami Awata. Shot attempt made, no good. Clayton back with the ball with Howard. Dariana Howard out of the basket. She shoots there, but no good. Give it back now to Ansley Stewart. Ansley Stewart under two-lady pressure for the Rams. She will throw it now back up court to Harrison. Harrison under two ladies of the Comets. Ram up, no good. Columbia goes down. They have a car crash under the boards. Basket good for Hamlin. And a whistle and a foul. Basket and one. Number 21, Brooklyn Waller to the line. The point guard freshman at 5'7", will play. And Marlon Lee has put in new players on the court, including Howard, Hedinger, Eves, Best, Washington. They're all back in there. 24-10. And the foul shot is good. Basket and one for Brooklyn Waller. Washington back up court, sets it up to Best. Best will go. Shooting, looking there at the line. Back to Best. Best under the basket. Back to Washington. Looking for Hedinger. Hedinger is there. Shot made. Attempt, no good. Stoppage of play. And the coaches on the Cleveland side saying, when you call a foul there, Coach Robbie White for Cleveland Rams. And Clayton slowly but surely starting to fade, allowing Cleveland to make up some points here. And they're going to call jump ball and give it back to Clayton. 24-12. We'll make it half. They got a 13-point lead, 24-11. 24-11. Cleveland still down by 13. Trying to cut the lead in half, but Clayton's under the basket again. Cleveland with the ball. Give it back now to Waller. Waller back up court to Nakati. Back to Owata. Taylor still in a takeaway by Unique Best. And a car crash almost for Hellenberger going to the ground. Best all the way to the round of the basket, and she'll put it in for two. 26-11. Under three remaining in the first half of play, and Clayton now again to the lead. Doing a great job here in Cleveland on the road. Shot attempt made by 15 there of Alicia Lucas. Lucas and good work by Hellenberger along with Farmer, and it's now 26-11. Basket up no good. They give it back to Clayton. And Clayton will turn it over. Hedinger lost the ball. Peyton Sharp coming in after the mistake by Mackenzie Hedinger. 23 will sit down. 26-13. We're halfway. Clayton leads by half, 13-13. 13 more points. Cleveland back in this game here. At one point in the first half of the game, it was a 12-4 score. A 4-0 run now for Cleveland as they've scored again now. 6-0 run. 6-0 run now for Cleveland over Clayton. Peyton Sharp has the ball. Last touch by the Rams. It'll be Comets' ball. Comets will put it back inbound. Eves. Delaney Eves setting up to Kaija Washington. Washington now to Sharp. Sharp under the basket. Runs under pressure. Looks and they cross between the paints between Best and Eves. Eves now goes to Watkins. Watkins goes to Washington. Washington now goes to Best. Best will go for two. Off the rim, it's no good. And Washington will get her own rebound back now. So Washington gets the rebound back by Best. Comets will still stay in possession here. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Peyton Sharp to Washington, and they're going to fight for the ball. A lost contact made by Lucas. Lucas comes out of the dog pile with it. Comets ball turns over back to the Rams. And Harrison now under two-lady pressure. Travel called on Harrison. On the Lady Rams, it'll be now the Comets ball again. Less than 90 seconds, 98 seconds to be exact in the first half of play. Washington and